When I was at the CIA, we had an ongoing joke during the George W. Bush administration that none of us had ever seen an administration that worked so hard to not talk to our enemies. We had a State Department with thousands and thousands of employees who just sat there twiddling their thumbs and doing nothing because we don't talk to the Cubans or the Iranians or the Chinese or the Venezuelans or the Russians or the Libyans or a dozen other countries. We don't talk to them. I went on an overseas trip when I was working on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. I went to Djibouti, Somalia, Ethiopia, and I was forbidden from going to Eritrea, not by the Eritrean government, but by the State Department. And the only reason they gave me is, oh, you don't want to go to Eritrea. That's the North Korea of Africa. That's what I was told. I was recently invited to dinner at the Eritrean ambassador's residence here in Washington. I can go do that, but I can't go to Eritrea because we don't like them. As I said, I hope that this begins to change under Donald Trump. I'm not sure that it will change markedly. And even if it does change, I'm just not of the belief that those changes are going to be necessarily long-standing. And that's why it's up to us to keep writing our elected officials, to keep writing and speaking and marching and making sure that our elected officials know what we want in a government foreign policy and in a government intelligence policy. We should be at these hearings. We should be taking notes and writing op-eds and speaking to friends and doing podcasts and making sure that our voices are heard.